So within the Darwin peer-led education pilot, we're implementing a structured program that involves 9 3 to 3.5 hour group-based sessions. The sessions are delivered by 2 facilitators who have been trained to deliver the program, and they each have their own experience of mental health challenges and potentially AOD challenges and recovery. It's been a really intentionally and well structured and designed program that begins by exploring this concept of peer learning and peer support. We then take participants through an overview of how mental illness has been viewed through the ages, including the disability rights and consumer movements that have happened in the last 100 years, and the deinstitutionalisation of people with mental illness. And these are really important elements of history to explore because they still have a very profound impact on our experiences today in terms of stigma and not being discriminated against. We introduce the concept of personal recovery and how that differs to clinical recovery, and allow that concept to sort of sit with people and for them to explore it extensively through the program. We look at this thing called the biopsychosocial cultural model, which is a multi-component lens, I guess, for viewing the causes, and on the flip side, the styles of treatment that we can implement to promote mental health and recovery. And we kind of look at our own journeys through that lens and learn from each other, you know, maybe what are some of the things in our life in terms of psychological stresses or social environments or biological inputs or things that we're missing that have influenced our journey through mental illness. So then we can then turn that around and think, well, what are the changes we can make in those different areas of our life to support our mental health and recovery? And doing this in a group of other people who've had very similar journeys to our own opens up, you know, all these different avenues of learning from people who have great knowledge and insights to their own journey. And so we're able to learn from that and develop our own recovery plans in that safe and very knowledgeable setting. We look at communication. What's our communication style? And based on our style, how might we change our communication, which can support us in a lot of areas of our life, but really importantly, advocating with, potentially our mental health clinical supports, or advocating with our boss, or advocating just on an everyday basis for ourselves in terms of our mental health recovery journey. We do a really comprehensive goal setting process, so that by the end of the program, where we've done all this recovery planning, we've got all of these great tools to support our mental health and recovery, we can actually have some tools to help us turn our aspirations for our lives into some tangible steps toward goals. So there's a lot that we do within this 9 3-hour sessions, but we do get a lot out of it, and importantly, we come out with this very holistic set of tools to promote our recovery. We should feel more nourished and connected with our peers, and we should feel hopeful for our futures.